You are welcome, and we are looking forward to a successful and insightful engagement. Welcome, and the meeting is officially opened. Do we have any apologies from Ulyss? From Limpopo Branch, we are all okay, and our program director will join us shortly. Any apology from Ulyss?
Secretary?
Yes, PRO.
Mr. Ngoveni from Ulyss, who I was communicating with, is indicating that he's having internet challenges, but will log in soon as possible.
Okay, noted. Thank you. Any other apology?
Good morning, Doctor, and good morning, colleagues.
Good morning, and please take over, my dear.
Okay. No, thank you very much, Dr. Buluka. And good morning, colleagues. You are welcome once again. So let me start by sharing the agenda with you so that we can be on the same page. Kindly confirm if you can all see my screen.
Yes, it's visible.
Okay. So our program is as follows. We're going to start with the opening, which Dr. Buluka has already done, and then apologies. We are already done with the apologies. We're going to have the purpose of the meeting. We're going to have the presentation, and then Ulyss expectations, and then we have deliberations, date of the next meeting, and then we'll have closure. So before we continue, do we have any suggestions on our agenda? Okay, I guess silence means you are adopting the agenda. So now we're moving to item number 3, which is purpose of the meeting. So we're going to hand over to our PRO, Mr. S. Malevana, to give us the reason why we are here. Mr. Malevana.
Thank you, Program Director, and greetings to colleagues in the meeting from Ulyss and also the Limpopo Branch executives. Program Director, we are gathered here today because of the resolution that we took as the EXCO of the Lias and the province to say we are moving in terms of programs, but we are having a challenge of leaving students behind. Students who are in the University of Limpopo, which is the university that is dominant in terms of LIS sector in the province. So as the EXCO said and identified this gap, it was then said that I should lead this function of deliberating with Ulyss so that we can talk and get them on board to say that we can work together. Because one of our responsibilities is to respond to inquiries from the community. And as such, this is one of the tools that we are using to respond to inquiries. Mostly that will be done by students and also carrying them through to our branch and the Liasa mandate. Also to say when we go on to organize events, we must have them on board. So this meeting is basically here to establish stakeholder relationships between ourselves as Liasa Limpopo and also to the Ulyss student at large. But then we saw it fit that we cannot go to students at once. We need to talk to their leadership, whereby we engaged with Ulyss to say, let us have a formal meeting first, then we can engage each other going forward. So Program Director, in brief, this meeting is all about stakeholder relationship to say we need to find each other between Ulyss and Liasa Limpopo Branch. Thank you.
Okay, no, thank you very much, Mr. Malevana. We really appreciate. Before we go any further, can I see by indication, do we have members of Ulyss in the in this meeting? Just raise up your hands, or you can indicate by saying present so that we can move forward. Do we have Ulyss Exco in the meeting? Colleagues, am I audible?
We
Yes.
are able to hear you, Mr. Mujapelo. I don't know if I'll be speaking on their behalf, but I know they're having a challenge. It's load shedding time around Teflop, so I'm not sure if someone was here who mentioned that they were unable to join due to issues with networks. So I don't know if that could be the reason. But I would like to believe that is also another challenge that they may be having.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, in the meantime, let me take this opportunity and then we introduce ourselves. I mean, Liasa Exco, Liasa Limpopo Exco, we introduce ourselves to Ulyss. I see names that I don't know. I believe maybe they are just members of the Ulyss Society. So my name is Lisiwa Mujapelo. I'm the treasurer for Liasa Limpopo. We also have Sello Malabana, who is our PRO. We have our secretary, who is Dr. Buluka. We also have the deputy secretary, who is Jamina Tsetla. We also have our chair-elect, is Dr. Endo. So I believe we now know Liasa Limpopo Branch Executive. So now let's move to item number 4, which is the presentation by Chair-elect. Chair-elect, are you present in the meeting? I don't see Chair-elect in the meeting. Dr. Ndo? Okay. Without any waste of time, I think let me just do the presentation because it seems like Dr. Ndo is not in the meeting. So I'll just continue with the presentation. Let me first share my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Okay. So as our PRO have already said, this meeting is just a stakeholder engagement. So we are engaging the students of the University of Limpopo. And then most of the students, they don't know what Liasa is. So we thought it fits to say, let's go to the student and then we explain what the Library Information Association of South Africa is all about. So Liasa is a sub-recognized professional body for library and information related sector. So this is our professional body, which was launched on the 10th of July, 1997. So Liasa is a non-profit organization. Its main purpose is to unite and represent all the institutions and people working in libraries and information services. So this is our only professional body that is uniting and making sure that it is representing all the institutions that are and people who are working in our libraries. So Liasa is a voluntary professional body. So with Liasa, you are not forced to join Liasa. So Liasa is a voluntary professional body. No one is forcing you to join Liasa, but we are in the process of restructuring Liasa with the hope of making it a mandatory professional body so that everybody after completion, they join Liasa as our professional body. So at the moment, Liasa is a voluntary professional body. So Liasa advocates for the profession in LIS sector. So in our profession, We have LIASA, which is advocating for us. It also works with the public sector as well as the private sector. And then again, LIASA is not a trade union. I know most of us, we confuse LIASA with a union or a council or something. So LIASA is just a professional body which does not do the duties of the trade union, does not do the duties of the council, but it works together with the National Council Library Information Services. So we do have the National Council, which works hand in hand with LIASA to ensure that the interest of our information specialists are taken into consideration. So most of the people are asking, why should we join LIASA? What are the benefits of joining LIASA? How is it going to be beneficial for me if I join LIASA? So LIASA is a professional body. You join LIASA for professional development. So for professional development, you're talking about courses aimed at professional development. So recently, as LIASA Limpopo Branch, we had we conducted a workshop which was chaired by our secretary, Dr. Buluga. So the workshop was on research methodology. So the workshop was very much informative. So these are one of the benefits of joining LIASA, because as the branch, we usually organize these workshops so that we can capacitate our people within the province. Skills needed to remain relevant in the field. So we don't only offer these workshops, we also offer the webinars, we also offer the training so that you can be relevant even in the times that you are living in. So these are another benefit of joining LIASA. So LIASA can confer a professional librarian designation. So in South Africa, we do have what we call the professional librarian designation. So LIASA is the only body that can confer this designation. So one of the benefits of joining LIASA is for you to be recognized as a professional librarian. And when you are recognized as a professional librarian, it's going to write professional librarian South Africa, so that you are noted as one of the librarians in the country. And then we are still continuing with the benefits. So another benefit of joining LIASA is the grants. So within LIASA, we do have the grants. So we have the Salis Trust grant funding available for appropriate projects, such as bursary to further your studies. So with this grant, you can, if you are having a research project, for example, you can apply for this grant, and then they are going to fund you so that you can continue with your research project. And then again, eligibility for scholarship, grants, and other financial support, such as annual conference fee. So if you are a member of LIASA, you are eligible to scholarships and grants, and even the financial support, such as annual conference fees. For example, I attended the 2023 LIASA annual conference, which LIASA paid for me. The reason for them to pay for my conference fees is because I'm the member of LIASA. So, you know, conference fees are extremely expensive, but if you're a member of LIASA, you can also benefit for attending such annual conferences. So eligibility for LIASA awards such as LIS Influencer of the Year, Librarian of the Year, Imaging Librarian of the Year. So we do have the awards within our field. So for you to be awarded such awards, you must make sure that you are a member in good standing of LIASA, so you can get those awards. And those awards, they can open doors for you. Another one, discounted rates on seminars and conference fees. So when we attend the seminars and the conferences, usually we pay, but if you are a member of LIASA, you can get a discount on the seminar or the conference fees, because you are a member of LIASA. So if you're not a member of LIASA, it means you're going to pay full amount of the conference fees or the seminar or the workshop. But if you are a member of LIASA, you can get a discount. And then another one is communication. So when it comes to communication, LIASA makes sure that it keeps abreast of the development within the LIS field. So when it comes to the issues pertaining to LIS, so it is LIASA that keeps on giving us information on the changes, the updates, the amendments that are happening within our field. So LIASA comes in as our mouthpiece, so that we can be we can have a better understanding of what is currently happening within our sector. And then electronic access to Liasa In Touch newsletter. So with Liasa, we do have a newsletter which is published, I think, 4 times in a year. So you do have an access to the electronic copy because you are a member in good standing of Liasa. So we do have the newsletter whereby we are showcasing our services that we are offering. In most cases, it is the public librarians who are usually sharing their daily activities with Liasa National Office. And then another one they are sharing with the provincial offices so that they can be published in the newsletter. So if you do have something in your community, you can, after conducting that activity, you can share the information with Liasa National Office, so you will be featured in the Liasa In Touch. And then get clarification on the professional issues and progress. So if you do have some questions related to our profession, you can get in touch with Liasa, and then you will get clarity on those issues. And then again, you will be added into Liasa online mailing list. So we do have our email mailing list whereby Liasa keeps on giving us information about the changes. They're providing us with the information such as if there's a conference or there's a webinar, there's a workshop, something of that nature. So they keep on informing us about such things. And then we are able to attend, we are able to see other provinces, what they're doing. We're able to engage with other people from other branches so that we can make sure that we deliver good service into our communities. So 2023 membership fees. So in the previous the 2023 meeting we had in Cape Town this year, it was agreed that the fees will remain as if you are a South African individual member, the fee will remain 720 before the 31st of May 2024. So if you are a student, you're going to pay 310. If you are an intern, you're going to pay 310. Even if you are unemployed, you're going to pay 310. But on the 1st of June 2024, it was agreed that the fees will be increased. So if you are a South African individual, you're going to pay 755. And then if you are a student, intern, and unemployed, you're going to pay 325. So these are the increases which will be effective from the 1st of June 2024. And then another thing, the achievements. The achievements in relation to Liasa Limpopo branch. We engaged the Limpopo Department of Sports, Arts and Culture in relation to recruitment and appointment of the librarians. So we established a new working relationship with the newly appointed director, Mewini Mangoto, and then we further try to get clarity on the recruitment and appointment of the librarians in the province. And then another one, we were recognized nationally as one of the most active branches in the country. So our branch was recognized by the Liasa president that we are very active in our province. And then our branch treasurer won the Emerging Librarian of the Year award. So we do have Mr. Mujapil, who is our treasurer. He managed to win the Emerging Librarian of the Year award. And then we had multiple capacity workshops, and we are still continuing. So we had the workshops in the province, and then we managed to get in touch with our librarians from public as well as from those from academic as well to do the workshops. And then we are still continuing with the stakeholder relations. So the reason we are having this meeting is to expand ourselves. So we are continuing with the stakeholder relations. That's why we are meeting Ulis today. And then we also got the radio slots to advocate for Liasa in the province. So we were interviewed by Capricorn FM, and we were advocating for the library and information services in the province. So way forward, how can Liasa branch and the University of Limpopo information studies students work together? So now we want to work with ULIS. We are establishing this relationship with the main aim of working together with ULIS so that we can invite you to our programs. And then if you also have your programs, you can invite us. We will we'll certainly come to your activities. So now we are posing the question back to ULIS to say, how are we going to work together? So we wanted to know you so that we can have contacts and then establish this relationship so that we can move forward. So I was wearing the shoes of Dr. Ndo. So now we are going to allow questions, if there are questions from our students, so that we can move forward. Colleagues?
Program director, if you can maybe read the message that we have, then I think it will also give us a directive. Thanks.
Which message, Piero?
Oh, there's a message in the chat. I think it's from one of the ULIS students.
Okay. Greetings, the program director, leadership of LIASA and House at large. I'm writing on behalf of ULIS Exco. We are experiencing network issues due to load shedding. Therefore, we won't be able to participate in this meeting. However, our prof will brief us. Thank you. Oh, this is from the chairperson.
Yeah, yes.
Oh, okay. So in the meantime, what do you suggest we do, colleagues?
I suggest we continue with the meeting because they have a representatives in the meeting. As they said, they will be briefed. I think it will give us a directive.
Program director. Program director.
Yes, Prof. Makatlela, you can continue.
Okay, I see one of the chairperson of ULIS, Mr. Molamudi, is with us here. I'm sure whatever that will be discussed here, he will take it further and discuss it with the students. But as I already indicated, we had the problems with load shedding between 11 and 1 o'clock. And normally most of the students, because it's exam time, they are not on campus. They are working off camp and some are on campus in their rooms. But you find that there's no electricity in their rooms when there's load shedding. Our load shedding, our generator works in such a way that when there's load shedding during the day, academic area, there's electricity, but in the rest, there's no electricity. But when there's load shedding at night, then they get a chance to have electricity. But also with the network, there's an issue with the network. I can see my MTN phone is also not working, so maybe that is the reason why. But Mr. Malamudi is here, is the chairperson of ULIS. If we continue, we will be able to share the message with the students. But I would also like to suggest that we ask LIASA to come and maybe one day, and we can invite you. You come and you speak to our students face to face, so that we explain this issue of LIASA, because it's very important that our students are familiar with what LIASA can do for them and they join LIASA. Thanks, colleagues.
Okay, thank you very much, Prof. I think Dr. Boloka, you can continue with the program, if it's fine with you, my doctor.
Yeah, yes, we can continue, Mr. Mojape.
Okay, can I share the screen again?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, we are now on item number 5. Yeah, we are on item number 5. So Yuli's expectations. So thank you very much, Prof. Makhatlela, for your input. We will make sure that we do come to campus so that we can have a face-to-face meeting with the students of the University of Limpopo under the program of information studies so that we can expand this working relationship with them. So in the meantime, we move to item number 5, which is Yuli's expectations. So since, well, they are not here due to load shedding, I don't know how we're going to work around this one.
I think through you, Chairperson, Program Director, since while they are not around, we can still skip the item and we decide on the date in which we can meet with them face to face and we get to deliberate with them.
Through you, Chairperson.
Colleagues, this Prof. Papi, I don't know whether is it possible to share the presentation to the academics so that they can share it to the whole student population, if it is possible. Or maybe you can just send it to Mr. Molamudi so that it can share it, so that when they come, the day when you come here, maybe they should have gone through the presentation and then knowing what kind of questions to ask.
Okay, yes, we will share the presentations, Prof. Colleagues, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you, Doctor.
Oh, okay. So I suggest Mr. Malebana, if you can engage with the chairperson from ULIS and they give us at least 2 dates, and then we will decide on the exact date in which we will meet with them. So the presentations will be shared, of course, with the ULIS executive for them to prepare for our engagement. Thanks.
Okay, no, thank you very much, Dr. Buluka. Yeah, I think the presentation will be shared with the chairperson of ULIS. So, okay, when item number 7, date of the next meeting. So we are going to engage further with the chairperson, then we will come up with the date. And then in the meantime, we move to item number 8. So before closure, do we have anything else?
Program Director?
Yes, Prof.
Okay, I have a suggestion about the date and maybe a suggestion to Liasa. The Program of Information Studies have had the farewell every year for all our final year students. Maybe it is time that we bring the farewell back to our students. So maybe if you guys are available, we can organize something like a farewell. But I would like you guys to be there as Liasa on that day of the farewell so that we have contacts of all the students that will be leaving and we'll encourage them to join Liasa as they leave campus. These are our final year students. We have not yet decided on anything on the farewell, but I'm sure we can work on something as the Program of Information Studies, and we start preparing for that. And maybe that once we have done that, we invite you guys and you come and you join us. Maybe you can also come with some, goodies. And maybe you can even sponsor the lunch for our farewell students. Something like that. But that is just my suggestion that maybe we just need to start making sure that we organize a farewell. But the other thing that I think needs to be discussed on this platform was that before COVID, what we used to do as Program of Information Studies every year around January, I think around February, mid-February towards the end of February. And I'm trying to come up with another date also. What we used to do was we used to have a welcoming function for all first entering students. And we used to bring them together with all the students in our program that are doing second year, third year, and fourth year. The purpose of that was to make sure we make the students doing first year to feel at home. The second part was also to try to have our students know each other from the day they arrive on campus. They know that they are students that are doing final year, and even when they go out and they start working, they will be knowing each other. So those are the two dates that we can look around and see what is it that we can do as the program and bring you on board. Then you speak to all our students and think about that along that line. Thanks.
Noted, Professor Makhatlela. Of course, we will make ourselves available. Just tell us when, then we will show up.
Yeah, no, thank you so much, Prof. Yeah, we will make sure that we avail ourselves, and indeed the get-together program that used to be held in February, it really helped, and we benefited from that program. So I believe if we bring it back, that is the platform where we're going to meet each other, then we know each other, then we have a very good working relationship moving forward. So we really appreciate that input, sir. So without any waste of time, now we are moving to closure. So we're going to give
Program
it to
Director.
sorry, Piero.
Yes, before we close, I just want us as Liasa Exco to note these issues down so that we are very clear to say we are very happy that we are being welcomed by ULIS population. Now from our side, one, we have to share the presentation, and then we have also been invited in 3 occasions. One, we have to speak to the students face to face. Secondly, we are invited to a farewell for final student. Thirdly, we are invited to a welcoming function. So I think also as the EXCO, we must note this date down to say how we are going to, when we take it outside the meeting, so that we can plan accordingly, because we are clearly welcomed at ULIS. Thanks.
Yeah, no, thank you so much, our Piero. Thank you. Yeah, indeed, we are noting all these points down. So thank you. Any other point or input? Oh, okay, then in the absence of inputs, I'm going to request Dr. Boloka to come and render the last item on our agenda.
Thanks, Program Director. Miss Jemina Setla will do that for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Secretary. Thank you, Program Director. Colleagues, thank you so much for adhering to the call and coming to the meeting. Thank you so much for all the opinions that were shared here. Thank you so much for all the inputs. And we really noted it down. We will be part of ULIS. Will come to every event that ULIS have. We'll make sure that Liasa has a representative in all the events. And then we hope that this is the beginning of a wonderful working relationship with the students, because we really, really, really need them in our meetings. We really, really need them as the ESCO. For Limpopo to be successful, we need to take the students of University of Limpopo serious. So thank you so much for coming to the meeting, and we hope that this is the beginning of everything. So yes, we will come. When we come face to face, I hope everyone that is in the meeting today will also be present. Thank you so much, colleagues. Thank you, Liasa, for organizing this for us. For creating the link for us as well. Thank you so much, colleagues, for coming to the meeting. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Deputy Secretary. Okay, I'm reading the chats. They say even the public libraries. Ndate Patrick Bopape, I don't know if I'm lost or what. Okay.
Yes, Mr. Bupape is lost. Mr. Patrick Bupape is lost.
Oh, okay. No,
Yes.
thank you for that clarity.
Program director, I don't think he's really lost, but then I think maybe he wanted to say we also need to have a relationship with public librarians. I think maybe I forgot to say this as well, to say if they pay their membership, they will also have links to our meeting and they will be part of ULIS forever. I mean, Liasa, every time we have something, they'll also be part of it. So they are not far from us as long as they subscribe or they pay their membership. They'll always get links to our workshops. They'll always get links to our seminars. They'll always be part of Liasa. So they just need to pay their membership.
Okay, no, thank you very much. I think we are now closing, or is there any other input? Okay, no, thank you very much, colleagues. The meeting is officially closed. Thank you.
Thanks.